Hi! On the Woodpecker today, it's time for the third part of the construction of our daughter's house. I finished the second part of the build of our daughter's house by installing all the windows. You remember how that ended? Right after that, we spent 2 weeks at the cottage. When we get back, we notice that there's quite a bit of progress on the construction. All the wall insulation is done. It doesn't help much with the heat because the ceiling is not insulated yet. Before it gets insulated, they have to add cardboard to seal some of the gaps near the soffits. Then they install the vapor barrier. Meanwhile, I am cleaning. In fact, during this whole episode, I did nothing but clean while the rest of the crew works on something else. Right now, it's the wall insulation. Once the vapor barrier is in place, the interior walls can be erected. But there's another part of the house to take care of too. While that's happening, René cleans and I pull out nails. The rest of the team is taking care of the rest. With all the slated ceilings in place, they can complete the remaining partitions. The walls are progressing, and with each additional wall, there's more firewood to cut. A membrane is also required on the roof before the ceiling insulation can be installed. For that, scaffoldings must be erected to work on the roof. Setting them up takes quite a bit of time. Well, it's hard to see from here, but there's no membrane on this section of the roof. Here it is, all done. While they are working on the roof, the plumbers are inside preparing the plumbing for the concrete floors of the garage and basement. In fact, it's already done in the basement. But there's the membrane to install on the last section of the roof. To do this, they erect more sections of scaffoldings. This membrane is self-adhesive, but with this cold weather, they're forced to nail it in place. There we go. The entire membrane is in place on the roof, so it won't leak inside anymore. They need to take down all the scaffoldings. With them removed, I can get back to cleaning up. The interior partitions aren't finished yet because they're short on wood, but with this delivery, they'll have enough to complete them. Here they are, all finished. It all went so fast, I didn't get a chance to film it. But the floor is completely soaked. That's because the ceiling isn't insulated yet, and the difference of temperature between the inside and outside is causing the membrane to sweat everywhere. But they have other things to take care of first, like insulating the basement floor, because the cement mixer is arriving and will be pouring the basement floor and the garage floor as well. It's nice not to walk on sand anymore. It's much cleaner now. But there are still things to do outside. The decorative columns need to be built. While the crew is working on that, guess what I'm doing? Yep, I'm still chopping wood. For the next 2 weeks, René and I are relaxing at the cottage. Even though we're not home, Eric doesn't stop. He insulates the ceiling, which is great. No more water dripping from the vapor barrier. The plumber also comes back and installs the drain pipes everywhere. There are quite a few actually, with their 4 toilets. The team insulates the basement walls and install most of the basement wall studs. They also need a heating system. A full crew comes to install all the ductwork for the central heating. With the open web joists used, there's plenty of room for the ducts. They can easily turn 90 degrees without drilling into the joists. Actually, there's quite a bit of ductwork for this heating system. Since we weren't there for 2 weeks, we still have a lot of wood to clear out. We must clean up fast because Eric has made the forms for his front steps, which will be poured on the following day. The blue tint is because the day before I helped Eric cover everything so he could heat the concrete while it dries. But there's still more wood to clear out. Now that the concrete is hard enough to remove the forms, Eric can also remove the temporary trusses he put up to hold the tarp. But there's still quite a bit of work to do inside, including building boxes to hide the heating ducts. The entire electrical system is still missing, so in the meantime, the electricians are running all the wires. Once they are all in place, it's possible to install all the electrical boxes. But there's no electricity in those outlets yet. They need to be connected to Hydro-Québec's utilities system. Eric takes advantage of the still frozen ground to rent a boom lift. It's much easier to install the drip edges that will hold the roofing sheets in place with a boom. While 2 people are in the bucket, another one is on the ground working on the metal sheets. The first curved section needs to be cut to the correct starting shape. It takes quite a while to cut it by hand. Meanwhile, there are still quite a few drip edges to install. When Eric comes back down, he helps make the first fold. Once that's done, he tests the first sheet, but doesn't install it yet. He'll do that on another day. The following days are spent bending aluminum to make more drip edges. This time it's for the windows tops. After nailing them in place, it's possible to apply the self-adhesive membrane around the doors and windows and finish installing the nailing strips for the exterior cladding. They take advantage of having the boom lift to set up all the drip edges. At this point, our daughter and Eric decide it's time for a short vacation and head south. To see the next steps in Chantal's house construction, you'll have to come back and see me on the Woodpecker.